We're actually up against some really big changes in the global market. And the question is, what are the major challenges in the global supply chain right now?
Over the last 3 years, we have witnessed a lot of challenges in the shipping industry. Primarily due to COVID inefficiencies, we have seen supply chain disruptions, port congestions, but most importantly, we have gone through a very big and significant crew crisis, to call it in a short. What has happened is because of the pandemic that we have been undergoing over the last 3 years, we have had a lot of seafarers stuck on board vessels for extended periods or going over the contract periods of 12, 13, 14, 15 months or so, due to the fact of worldwide lockdowns that they have suffered and the fact that there were no countries opening their borders for ship owners like us to perform crew changes. It has been tremendously difficult, not costly. The cost was not the primary reason, it was the absolute lockdowns that we have seen. Thus, seafarers have suffered a lot, their well-being, their mental health, their families back home. And we have seen a tremendous shortage of seafarers for that reason. The shortage was evident beforehand anyway, but this new factor has even deepened this problem. In addition to that, now the Ukraine-Russian war has added a little bit more into this situation, due to the fact that about 10% of the global seafarers are Russians, about 4% are Ukrainians. So it's evident that now the dynamics are changing in that respect as well. So I think the major challenge that we have been witnessing, which has deepened quite extensively over the last 3 years, is crew crisis. And we have to invest more in our crew, we have to invest more in bringing up people, training them, and actually trying to source a better quality pool of seafarers of all nationalities.
Mm-hmm. You've actually led me to the next question on the new market conditions. How do you think we can adapt to these?
The new market conditions have been totally out of the ordinary. If we were at university and we were studying shipping 101, what our professor would say is you look at supply of vessels, in new buildings coming into the water, ton-mile demand, and then on the other hand, you look at the demand for seaborne transportation. In dry bulk, it has been primarily driven by the demand from China. So these fundamentals have kind of not being what has been driving our industries in the last 3 years, starting from the pandemic, continuing into the war. Now, so our crystal ball, we have to add a lot more elements in order to be able to predict the future and make educated decisions. So ship owners have been asked now not to just be economists, but also be following political science and follow geopolitical changes in the world, which will actually influence our day-to-day industries. So it's a completely different environment where we need to adapt, we need to be resilient, and I think ship owners, and especially Greek ship owners, have shown this capability over the last years. So I believe, that it's interesting and it's nice to have a bit of a change. Obviously, these are not positive factors, but it brings a bit of a mix that take us out of our day-to-day normal course of business.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's been 2 years since the pandemic, and we're actually in an in-person event. The Posidonia actually back. How does that make you feel?
It's actually a pleasure to be back, not only for Posidonia, but I think for us in Greece, the fact that June has been really the first month that we have been able to be out and about with no masks and actually go back to regular life. It is a pleasure seeing people from abroad visiting us, which we have only spoken over the phone and had Zoom calls, which are definitely not the same. Now we feel a bit free, a bit liberated, and the fact that the market is also there, I think it's all positive news and all, good energy and good vibes for the upcoming week.
Ms. Panagiotides, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you very much, and hope to see you again.